What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Spiritual Rico, and we back with another interesting topic. Before we get into this topic, if you're new to this channel, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I've recorded two videos prior to this one, and without further ado, let's get into it. I just want you to hear it first. Your time coming. A lot of times we go through different places and different things, just to make a complete circle. The things that we have to learn in order to become successful, it all comes back like a constant motion. You got to make sure you be able to handle every tide, every wave that comes your way. Because, let me tell you, anything that's worth having is hard to achieve. So I want you to keep going. I want you to stay motivated. How I want you to stay motivated? Be the change that you want to be. I know this message may sound all too familiar, but I must remind you guys, it's important to know, no matter where you at in life right now, within a snap of a finger, you could be in a whole different space. It's important for you guys to understand that sometimes when life gives you roadblocks, you gotta find a detour to still make it to your route. I was looking at the other day how I was on the way coming home, and the police had the busway wrapped off. They had the shortcut to get to my house, they had that blocked off. They had everything roped off because what I later found was it was a man deceased by the pond. And I remember I'm not really too tech savvy when it comes to, knowing my way around Miami. I mean, I've been here, gonna be 15 years, I still don't really know my way. But I had to go through so many turns until I went through neighborhoods, found dead ends. I found my way out of the dead end, went into a familiar place, and then landed on a familiar road, and it allowed me to go home. Now, why was me seeing that important? It was important because in life, when you working, when you grinding, when you focusing on your progression, when you got that energy and that dedication, and you got that sense of direction, you're not making excuses for yourself, you're going to find yourself taking unnecessary routes. You're going to find yourself, going into inside a community, going inside an area that you're not used to. And you're going to have to fight whatever's in that area and whatsoever in that community that you're in. But then you got to know, you got to plan your exit upon entry. So you got to remember to retrace your steps when you veer off the main road to find your way back to it. Because in life, nobody will constantly stay on the straight road. Nobody will. So it's important that you look at your detours not as a failure system. Your detours will reroute you to your path in your journey. A simple homicide example gave me the inspiration subconsciously to do this. Because when I initially seen it, I didn't really think much of it. I just know I had to go through a lot of damn roads. And now I'm thinking about it as we speaking. And that could have been the same reason why God allowed me to see that, to be able to say this. Your life will cause you to take you detours. Because you got to remember, you don't have all the answers. You're not going to be perfect 24/7. The richest successful man in the world. The rich people that we look up to, the wealthy people, Jay-Z, Beyonce, those people have detours too. But you know why you don't hear about it, you don't see about it? It's not because they're famous. You don't think they waiting to put somebody out there? It's the fact that they use their detours to make them go 10 times harder. So every time you see them, you don't never see them sweat. And if you do see them sweat, every time you see something bad happen to a Beyonce or a Jay-Z or a celebrity, the ones who really go get us and who really view their detours and their downfalls and their public embarrassment as something that they could use, they always bounce back 10 times harder. Look at the Megan Thee Stallion situation. She took her trauma, whether it's true or not, that experience that she experienced, and a lot of people supported her and a lot of people was bashing her too. And look how her life completely changed with that one incident. Now she's really on the top of she's really one of the top female artists right now. And she went from being, yeah, she's pretty good, to damn, she's that bitch. You know? Excuse my French, but I'm telling you, life, depending on how you handle it, you could be a closed book all you want. Life will force you to open up. You have to be willing to understand that your detours are designed for a reason. You think Megan Thee Stallion want that traumatic experience to happen? You thought she would think that would bring about any good? She took that same traumatic event and turned it and used it to her own good, for her own advantage. And that's what you have to be willing to realize. Life gonna throw you some things, and depending on how you handle whether or not it gonna be a good thing for you. Look at that lady who had her hair super glued to her head. People may have laughed at her. People may have did things and said that she was a clout chaser or whatever, whatnot. The lady got followers like this. Overnight became verified, a fan base, raised over 20,000, and then donated that 20,000 to surgery, and then on top of that, giving the rest of 3,000 to single home families. You don't know what your life will define your success as. It may take you being publicly humiliated in order for you to even be on the path that you're supposed to be on. Sometimes it takes you to be humiliated publicly in order for you to find that drive. You know what? All press ain't bad press, whether it's good or bad. When it's bad press, you find a way to channel your intentions, your emotions, to turn that and use that as fuel to get good press. When you got good press, you use that. And you remember that for when you have your bad days. Come on, it's important, man. It's important to understand, man, that the greatest, they don't forget losing that last shot. Not hitting that last shot. The greatest have a short-term memory. But you know what they also have? The ability to not forget. The greatest use this method here. I forgive you, but I will never forget. Because if every great forgot what it felt like to lose, what it felt like to defeat, if they ever felt that and lost that, they lost it all. But when you remember, every day when you wake up, how you felt when you was down on your ass, how you felt when you missed that game-winning shot, how you felt when you was humiliated publicly, that will give you a reason to keep going. You may not show it, but you go work each and every time. Let's be quite real. What? It took Jordan, 10 years to win a ring? 10 years to win a ring? And then he still went on to become, the GOAT? Wait a minute. Didn't it took LeBron, I think, 9 or 10 years to win a ring? Success don't always happen overnight. You can't have it like Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, won a ring within his, first 4 years? And then went to the Super Bowl again? Everybody not going to have a role. Even look at Tom Brady. I think it took Tom Brady 7 to 10 years to win a damn Super Bowl ring. So let's be logical. You just don't wake up one day and be great. Tom Brady was a 7th-round draft choice from Michigan who ran a 5-something fucking 40-yard dash. The man mechanics were completely trash. He went from being known as nobody to one of the all-time greats. This man has 7 Super Bowl rings. He's been to 10 Super Bowls. He only lost 3. And I'm quite sure every year he go to the Super Bowl, he remember Eli beating his ass 2 times. And he remember, I can't remember who, he remember losing to Philadelphia. You don't look at him winning as a form of celebration. After that post-game interview, you seen Tom Brady chilling in his locker. He done did that before. You know why he keep doing it? He took a team whoever won since 2002, because that's my team. Prove that when you bet on yourself, when you trust God, I don't care what type of position they put you in. You can have all the pieces. That don't mean it's going to work. But when you bet on yourself, you trust God, and you trust the process. Look at the whole football season. We wasn't clicking. We waited good till the playoffs to start clicking. That's when the goof formed. When it was crucial. When it was crucial to our existence, we formed together and we beat everybody that beat us. You ain't no different. Get on your purpose. Get on your passion. Don't forget this shit, man. You bigger than this. Rome wasn't built in a day. And Tom Brady didn't win the Super Bowl in a year. Well, he won it in 1 year in Tampa. But he had to start from the bottom too. Everybody got to start from somewhere, bruh. Don't let your hard times define you. They mold you for the better. We'll end this off with a prayer, man. I'm pumped up today. Father, I want to thank you for all our hard times. I want to thank you for everything you ever allowed us to do. I pray, God, that you allow us to know our time coming. Our time coming. And I pray that you lead us in a way to where we be humble, even when we're on the rise. We remember our hard times. Remember the times we didn't have nothing. And we allow that, and you allow us to use that for fuel to keep going in life. I pray that you heal us when we're weak. Heal our childhood trauma if we have any. Heal any trauma that's coming in our way that's going to refuse to allow us to prosper. Whether it's ourselves, whether it's forces, whatever it may be, God, I ask that you just please protect your children and your children that aren't your children yet. Protect the babies who don't have mothers. Protect the babies who don't have fathers. Protect the babies who have both but still have no guidance. And protect the ones who have all the guidance but still out here living crazy. Lord, I know you didn't bring us this far to leave us. And I pray that you continue to reestablish yourself in our life. It's important that you show us through people, through places, through your true self, that you still have something for us. I pray that you guide us and mold us and correct us where we need it. And you strengthen us. Cover in your blood 5 times over, send prosperity, abundance, and allow us to work to attract these things. Don't just hand it to them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. It's your boy, Spiritual Rico. I'm out.